I won't pretend to love Fallout 4's companion roster. Hell, I won't pretend to love Fallout 4 for that matter. I know I do a lot of videos on it, so you can be forgiven for thinking I actually enjoy the game. It's more of a habit at this point. Still, I think Fallout 4 dropped the ball in the followers regard, mostly because if you ask me to name any of the optional tagalongs in the game, I can maybe at any one time think of 2 names, and one of those names is always Nick Valentine. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear that Bethesda came up with Nick first, and then after this absolute home run of a buddy with a great backstory, personal quest, and wonderful character gimmick that makes him, in my opinion, one of the most iconic Fallout characters of all time, they phoned in the rest so hard that it's almost embarrassing. Seriously, doing this run was difficult for many reasons, but one of the biggest one was remembering who was recruitable and where to find them. Naturally, how invested any individual is in a character is going to be a purely subjective affair, but for me, at least 99% of the time, I ignore each and every one of them because they're mostly forgettable dullards, and their presence usually trivialises fights because having an extra gun and body in battle means that enemies have to now divide their attention and are taking extra damage. Fallout's AI is already bad enough so that most enemies are about as threatening as a baked potato, but add an extra body to a fight and there are plenty of times when you will go completely unharmed because the enemies hyperfixate on your BFF. So what if we gave our friends the centre stage? What if I was to roleplay as a conscientious objector and let my NPC friends do the violence for me? That's right, my friends, enemies and all other entities. Today our expedition to the Commonwealth will see us taking a backseat to allow the companion characters to do all the combat work for me. Can I beat Fallout 4 using only companions? Maybe. I'll give it a shot. As is customary, let's discuss the rules. I may not at any point deal direct damage to an enemy. Companions must be used to defeat all foes. I may adjust the loadout of companions at any time, but we have to keep it reasonable, by which I mean I can't install Automatron and just mod Codsworth into a sentry bot or some other death machine. I must complete the nuclear option or nuclear family quest to end the run, and for a bonus objective, I should recruit all available companions in the base game at least once. So those are our rules, that's our bonus objective. Let's get into it. If you end up enjoying this mistake I'm making, be sure to give the video a like, drop a comment if you wish, or subscribe for future runs that I do on the channel here. I'm good at words. Oh, I should also mention that I have a Discord server now. There's a link in the description if you want to join. It's a quiet and wholesome place, so if you want to drop by, please do. Just don't be a dickhead if you drop by. Oh, and you can support me on Patreon, that's also linked below. The cheapest tier is only £1 a month, so if you have a spare coin, please consider throwing it my way. It would help a lot. I promised myself at least 2 videos this year would include the fact that I have a Patreon. I tend to just forget that I have it. So that's one. Yay, I did my thing. Now, let's dive on in. As with every run, we start with character building. I choose a name that feels appropriate, given the fact that we're probably going to spend the whole run hiding behind someone else. Then I dump most of my points onto charisma, since that's the only stat that affects companion performance. I then divide most of what's left between endurance and intelligence. Endurance because I feel like my only recourse is to try and outlive my enemies, and intelligence for the usual XP boost. Given the fact that in this run I won't be able to kill any enemies, so the main avenue for getting experience points is kind of blocked off to me, I'm going to have to take whatever XP boost I can get. Although, saying that, I think there's only like 2 or 3 perks that actually affect companion performance, so it's not like I need a lot of different perks, it's mostly just because every time you level up you get a boost to your maximum HP. That being said, there are actually a few perks I'd like to try out in this run, given that I won't be able to kill anything, but I'll explain more about those when I actually, take them. Anyway, let's skip right ahead to the vault. As is quite typical for my runs in Fallout 4, we're not going to be able to actually do battle with any of the rad roaches we find in Vault 111, but there is something we can do, something I tend to always sleep on despite the fact that none of my runs would technically preclude me from doing it. We're actually going to pick up the security baton and block attacks with it. When not doing a melee run, a detail I tend to sleep on is the fact that in Fallout 4, when you block a melee attack, you block all incoming damage from said attack. All physical damage anyway. Radiation damage still gets through, but can't win them all. I mean, sure, I can block with my fists, but I prefer the aesthetic of having a melee weapon to block with. Now, let's see if we can lure the rad roaches into the Overseer's office and shut the door early. I want to reduce the amount of time I spend in caution later when I'm trying to pick up the Pip-Boy. And apparently this isn't going to work because I can't shut this door, it requires the terminal. Ah well, it was worth a shot. It's not like it's particularly difficult to trap them behind one of the other doors. Well, fuck me, I guess. Then, once we have the rad roaches trapped, we just wait for the caution message to go away, put on the Pip-Boy. Hey, it's a perfect fit. Thanks, skeleton. Oh yeah, I threw the skeleton away because I was waiting for the rad roaches to be gone. I got bored. Now we just open the world's longest door and step out into the wasteland. Let's do some strategizing. 3 of our available companions are actually NPCs that we encounter quite early into our journey. We've got Dogmeat, Codsworth, and Preston. Obviously, Dogmeat is the easiest one to get. All you have to do is walk up to him and he'll happily join you. Codsworth is easy as well. All we have to do is go to Concord and return from Concord. You don't even have to help the Minutemen. As soon as you return aside from Concord, he'll happily start following you. However, as is always the case, Preston is going to make things a bit difficult. To be able to recruit him, not only do we have to save his life, we've also got to do a few quests for the Minutemen and become their general. It's not the Radiant quests or the whole becoming the Minutemen general thing that has me concerned, it's the saving his life part of this equation. That means we're going to have to kill the Deathclaw, and I happen to know from experience that Dogmeat is not powerful enough to kill the Deathclaw. Not unless you've got like 100 stim packs to keep him going throughout the fight. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to recruit him right now because it's better than nothing. Yes he is, who's better than nothing? It's you, you're better than nothing, yes you are, yes you are. No, I'm not going to stop being weird, fuck you. But hey, that's one companion down, well done us. How about a demonstration against these mole rats? Dogmeat, what can you do? I wonder if I can block melee damage directed towards someone else. Nope. No, I can't. Or maybe my aim is off. We'll try elsewhere. So, how does Dogmeat do? Well, first it's important to remember that Fallout 4 characters always take pauses between attacks. And since Dogmeat is a melee attacker, he can't get in cover, so he's always going to be in the open taking full damage. We also have to consider that melee attackers are going to stagger him, meaning he won't be able to attack us frequently. Yeah, this is already not looking good. He's probably only going to be useful in a one-on-one fight against a humanoid, and even then, useful is kind of stretching it. His main thing in melee combat is that he bites enemies and keeps them in place, which is fantastic if you have a ranged build, but not if you're a build that literally can't do any damage. There's also another problem to consider, and that's when a companion goes down, you have to use a stim pack to get them back up. And based on my years of playing the game, giving them food or medicine of their own to use in battle, yeah, it doesn't work. They just don't use it. So, whilst I take a breather and build some beds because I intend to turn the Red Rocket truck stop into my sort of companion HQ, let's just appreciate the fact that the odds are very stacked against us. Let's make our way to Concord and see what we can do. I want to see how Dogmeat handles a group of level 1 raiders. After all, his bites do a fair amount of damage. Plus, I really want to see if I can position myself just right so that I can block melee damage directed towards my companions. I mistimed that and still didn't take damage even though I was standing right next to him. Okay, that doesn't bode well. Guess it's up to Dogmeat and oh no, he's gonna do that a bunch, isn't he? He's gonna try and restrain the enemy so that I can do damage to them, but I can't do damage to them. He's probably not the companion I want to clear this area with. I mean, we'll still give it a try, but I'm not exactly hopeful. Aside from reviving my dog when he goes down, there is quite literally nothing I can do. I just have to stand nearby and hope the raider will arbitrarily choose to attack me so that Dogmeat can do some damage, and that's only if Dogmeat chooses to do a damaging attack and not a restraining attack. And by the Titan, I forgot how fiddly the Stimpack injection could be. Oh yeah, some of the raiders here have shotguns, which are really bad for me when I'm this close. I should probably put some distance between me. Well, shit. Honestly, did we seriously just die before we even entered the Museum of Freedom, before the Deathclaw even showed up? That is not how you dog, Bethesda. Well, shit, that really doesn't bode well for the run. You know what? I don't want to try that again just yet. What I want is to find a humanoid companion that can use a gun. That means we're going to have to make our way to Diamond City. Naturally, I'm going to stop by Trudy's Diner to do the Order Up quest. I'm going to need some XP coming in after all, and for once I've actually got enough charisma to end this peacefully on the first attempt. For our very first level, we're going to be taking the first rank of Inspirational. Now my official companions all do boosted damage. Sadly, the next rank is level 19, so we're going to have to find some things to fill the gaps. Like maybe these little beauties. Whilst their targets differ, Wasteland Whisperer and Intimidation both share a simple theme. We can aim a gun at an enemy below our level and pacify it, basically taking it out of the fight without having to kill it. So yeah, I'll actually have a reason to hold a gun in this run. And I want it to be a cool gun, so I'm going to go and grab the 44 pistol that spawns near the starting location. Oh hey Larry, I'm just here to rob your gun. You don't mind, you're not using it, are you? But just to avoid temptation, we're not going to take any of the bullets. Now, let me just give her a name. There we go, I can work with this. I mean, granted I still need the actual perks, but hey, it's a start. As usual, I choose to sneak through Lexington rather than engage the raiders, and just as we're leaving town, we activate fire support. Because Paladin Danse is one of the available companions, we are going to have to join the Brotherhood of Steel even if it is only temporarily. Of course, before all of that, we have to actually assist him and make sure he doesn't die, which is very easy given the fact that he actually can't die, and there's nothing you need to do in this fight, you just have to make sure that you're still alive when the ghouls stop coming. That is quite literally the only condition for victory. Ooh, we've leveled up, and you know what? I'm gonna take Wasteland Whisperer. Maybe I can get some of these ghouls to calm down. I guess not. If I have ever used this perk before, it's been a long time, I can't remember what you're actually supposed to do. Admittedly, it only works on enemies that are lower level than you, so it's possible these ghouls are all a higher level than myself. Or it could be that they don't count as wasteland creatures and you need the intimidation perk because they were human at one point. That could actually be what's going on here. I really don't know. Eventually though, with absolutely no help from myself, Danse fights off the ghouls and congratulates me for a job well done. Since I want to recruit Paladin Danse as a companion later, it would do me some good to do the ArcJet Systems quest, and I have a sneaking suspicion suspicion that just like the fire support quest, Danse will actually quite happily do everything on his own and is fine with you just sort of tagging along as an emotional support human. Anyway, with fire support officially done, we've got our next level up. And you know what? I'll be taking the intimidation perk, so next time I find a group of ghouls I can at least try to do something. Let's not fuck around too much and jump right into the quest. The journey to Arcjet systems goes smoothly enough. Given the fact that Paladin Danse has a frankly stupid amount of armour, we'd have to be supremely unlucky for him to even fall unconscious. And as you can see, I'm trying my pacify skill and it's just not working. I have to assume that the only reason it's not working properly here is because I'm a very low level myself. Luckily enough, if it fails, Danse baby here can deal with the enemies for us. Okay Danse, there's a room full of simps, so do your thing. I believe in you. Go simps, target Danse, he's the actual threat. I'm just gonna stand here cowering. You could make the argument that technically I shouldn't be attempting this quest until I have an active companion with me. I dismissed Dogmeat earlier because he was more trouble than he's worth, but as long as I don't do any damage to the enemies, it's not going to be a problem. Why thank you. Given that I'm not really risking myself, this entire quest is quite straightforward. Dance's damage is pretty good, his resistance is even better, and because he's technically not a companion right now, we're not running up against the one other major problem this run poses. But we'll get to that soon. Oh, I promise you we'll get to that soon. No, but seriously, Danse is way too good at this. He definitely didn't need fire support here. I think it doesn't help that he can get knocked unconscious rather than killed. Before I know it, we're at the big thruster room, Danse is fighting off the simps. I was a little worried about him getting overwhelmed in this particular instance, but then something else occurred to me. Because he's not an active companion right now, if he does get knocked unconscious, he'll get back up again in about 10 to 15 seconds, and he'll do so regardless if there are any hostiles in the area. After only a couple of minutes, the main synth assault force is destroyed, and we're heading up to the main room to grab the deep range transmitter. Oh yeah, if you don't know the quest, what we're here for is something called a deep range transmitter to basically let Brotherhood of Steel know that Danse is alive. Oh crap, they're coming. Danse, do you want to do your thing? Ah crap, I'm stuck on Danse, Move, 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 please, please, please. Ah, thank the Titan. Now Dad, show them what a member of the Brotherhood of Steel can do. Show them the fury of the... You dumb bitch. Oh, there you are. Now get in there and do this properly. Yeah, that's more like it. Show them what you're made of, you beautiful bastard. It does take a little while given that Fallout 4 NPCs are about as accurate as Imperial Stormtroopers with terminal wankers cramp, but eventually the final synth is dropped, we find a deep range transmitter, and we can get the hell out of here. Paladin Danse thanks me for all the hard work I did. I couldn't say that with a straight face. Despite the fact that I literally didn't do anything, he's still paying me with a laser rifle, complimenting my actions, and offering me a position in the Brotherhood of Steel. I didn't realise the Brotherhood of Steel had an opening in the useless fuckhead department. Anyway, we've got our next level up, and now there's a slight problem. I have literally no idea where I should put this point. Because of the character we're running, there's no point investing in any of the gunslinger or rifleman perks like I usually would. Animal Friend might be a good idea. It basically does what Wasteland Whisperer and Intimidation do, but to animals. Fuck it, that'll do. Let's press onwards. It's time to head to Diamond City. Not just to find my missing child, as you might expect, but because that's where Piper lives. Or rather, it should be. She's currently outside. What did you do this time, Piper? See, I knew she didn't do anything that bad. All she did was insult the mayor. And even if this mayor wasn't a synth plant, it would be okay to insult him anyway. He's only a politician. It's not like they're human beings. Right, now that we're in the big city, we can go to Piper's office and talk to her. Once we get through her interview where I tell her the Wasteland is totally a place that is good and not a total load of shit, she agrees to come with us and watch our back, and will somehow publish our entire story in the newspaper during the time that she is with us. I don't think they thought this through very well. Anyway, that's 2 companions officially recruited. We've got Dogmeat and Piper. At this point, it's probably worth me mentioning to you that there are a total of 13 companions in Fallout 4's base game, and some of them aren't available until after we've destroyed Kellogg's cornflakes. It's a bit tedious, but you know what, it's fine. Let's go and save Preston. Granted, once we save him, we will actually have to do a Minuteman quest before we can recruit him, but I might as well get the ball rolling on that one. Plus, I want to see if Piper can take out a Deathclaw. Oh, by the way, I gave Piper Righteous Authority because I thought it would be better than her dinky little pistol. Onwards we go. Preston, I'm coming to save you. Well, technically Piper's coming to save you and I'm just sort of along for the ride. Not that the game itself really cares, it's quite happy to shower me with level ups. I'll take the first rank of toughness, why not? In we go. It's been a while since I've used companions properly, so let's see what we can do with them. If I remember correctly, we can actually direct them to attack certain individuals that we don't like. And yep, you saw it right, that pacify skill actually worked, even though that raider has the high ground and a bunch of buddies with them. Who cares? Let's see if we can do it twice. Put your hands where I can see them. I suppose both clasping your gun is somewhere I can see them, so thanks. Piper, I need you. You got this, I believe in you. Piper, you might want to shoot the raider. No, don't throw a grenade. That's a waste of a grenade. And you walked up and shot them before the grenade could even go off. Friends, enemies, and entities, I present to you the Fallout 4 companion AI. Still, things aren't quite as dire as they could be just yet, so let's press onwards. Okay, Piper, we're coming up on a couple more raiders, so I need you to go in there and, you know, shoot them for me. I'm sure you've got what it takes. Okay, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Hey Piper, I found your next target. Piper, come on, I need your help. My gun is only decorative. Please, Piper. Seriously, where the fuck is she? Oh, she's over there. Of course she would be. Why wouldn't she be up here fighting the raider like I asked her to? And now I'm gonna tell you about another gripe I have with Fallout 4. You know the compass? It doesn't... Okay, that was pretty cool. But yeah, what I was saying was Fallout 4's compass doesn't have friendly ticks on it, it's only got hostile ticks, unlike the ones in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and that just bothers me. There's no reason not to include friendly ticks. Anyway, we've still got some raiders to kill. Go, go, Piper Chew, I choose you! Use laser! Right idea, wrong target. Oi, you, stop that. Well, I tried. Yeah, Piper, I kinda need you in here, hun. Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. Why do I feel like most of this run is gonna be me asking where the fuck my companion is? I'm sure this won't be a problem later. Hey, Preston, all the raiders are dead, and it was definitely me that helped you, not anyone else. To keep helping, we're now gonna have to go to the roof, get in the power armor, and rip the minigun off the vertibird. That's what triggers the next raider gang to spawn. Of course, I'm not the one who needs any of that, so Piper, if you please, step into the power armor, take the minigun, and let's see what you can do. Piper, in your own time, love, we've got stuff to do. I have a missing baby, for Titan's sake, can you please hurry up? Thank you! Now, take the minigun, mostly because I have a feeling that you using righteous authority against the Deathclaw isn't going to be anywhere near as effective as it could be. Now that she's in power armor, will she follow me off the edge? Only one way to find out. Since I didn't hear the fun of power armor landing, I'm guessing no? Piper, where in the Titan's name are you? Oh, there you are. Come on, hun, we've got a fight to win. Can you stop aiming upwards at nothing and maybe shoot the raiders that are actually attacking us? Preferably from closer range so you don't waste half of your ammo. I just finished a run with that gun and I can tell you from experience that it doesn't work this far away. Come on, Piper, you can do it. Just get a little closer and start shooting. It's very easy. Okay, Piper, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? You know, aside from literally the opposite... Mop. 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 Well, that hurt my earballs. Oh, cool, the Deathclaw's here. Maybe she has a cure for tinnitus. Okay, Piper, moment of truth. Reporter versus Godzilla. I hate this so much. I hate not being able to get involved. It just makes me feel really weird. I mean, I'm basically trusting my well-being and success to the AI of Fallout 4. I can think of few situations less desirable. Honestly, I'd rather have another near-fatal asthma attack. Dealing with that feels less stressful. Go on, Piper, you can do it. Yes, 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 yes! Well done, Piper! You fucking nailed it, girl. Let's go check in on Preston and the gang. Yep, they're all still alive. Goody. Now we're that much closer to having our own personal Minuteman, Lieutenant? Colonel? I fully can't remember what rank Preston held. It doesn't matter. I meet him in Sanctuary, agree to do some of his dirty work, and you know what? We can now recruit Codsworth as well because we've returned from Concord. If we can find him. Codsworth? Codsworth? Codsworth, where the fuck are you? Oh, you're in this house. Why wouldn't you be in this house? This is exactly where you should be. How would you like to be my official companion? Okay. That's what Codsworth sounds like. Don't at me. I mean, you'll be my companion officially for like 5 seconds before I go right back to Piper. Sorry, Codsworth, love. It's just if she goes down in combat, I can actually revive her. Either way, Codsworth officially added to our roster. 3 down, 10 to go. Let's go to Ten Pines Bluff and do the Minuteman quest. By the Titan, why do I always forget that there's a big river here that will radiate me? Maybe I can make this jump. Oh, fuck you, Fallout 4. And I can't climb up. Thanks, Fallout 4. Thank you, Todd. Oh, wait, no, never mind, nailed it. Oh, gotta be careful. There are some wild dogs. Hey, Piper, do you want to deal with them? Maybe not with the minigun, actually. This doesn't look very effective. Oh, hey, look at that. I was wrong. Still, though, I prefer you with a laser rifle, so do you mind using righteous authority for me? Thank you. Look, I just like the Fallout 4 laser rifle, okay? Dum-de-dum, walking through the wasteland. This is my Walking Through the Wasteland song. Oh, hey, look, we're by a set of power armor. Or rather, a chest of power armor. That'll weigh me down, but if I damage it enough... Oh yeah, I've got no bullets. Maybe my switchblade will work. No, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. What if I get lower and bash it with my gun? And that's a resounding no. Whatever, I'm over it. I didn't exactly need it, I was just going to sell it for caps, and it's not like I actually need a lot of money right now. Oh cool, another dog. Piper, get it. Wait a sec, why is it saying inspect mongrel? Oh, does it have to be hostile first for us to attack it? That would actually make a lot of sense. Although, saying that, this particular design choice is definitely gonna fuck over a plan I had for later. Or at least it would if the very progression of the video game didn't also fuck up my plan, but we'll talk about that when it comes up. Hey Piper, do you want to maybe do the one thing I brought you to do? Thank you. By the Emperor, it's like pulling teeth. Oh hey look, we got a level up for reaching 10 Pines Bluff. Simply because I can, I'm gonna take Medic. I'm not sure if it actually affects the stimpaks I use on companions, but we'll see. Oh wait, this is Fallout 4, not Fallout New Vegas. I can't actually use a stimpak on my ally until they go down. Well, it's still a helpful perk. Anyway, this guy needs help with some raiders. Don't worry, friendo, I'm sure Piper is more than happy to clear out an entire raider gang for you. I have nothing but confidence in this plan. Since we're playing Fallout 4, and since we only actually have to kill one raider, we are going to largely be pushing to just sort of get to him as quickly as possible. Also, I really don't trust Piper to actually conserve her useful ammunition, or even really hit something at mid-range. And hey Piper, you might want to get away from the car. Oh, whose idea was it to make all the cars nuclear? Although I'm glad Piper didn't give a shit. Now, let's see if we can actually direct her to hurt people. Go, go, Piper, use laser gun! This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Oh, by the gods, what have I gotten myself into? Fuck it, we're going inside. To be fair, she didn't do terribly last time we were in a confined space, so maybe this part will be easier. Okay, Piper, you can do this. You see those raiders over there? Drop them. Drop them like a bad habit. I'll just be cowering behind this desk while you do that. And somehow my cowering was threatening enough to make this guy stop shooting, despite having his buddy right next to him. I don't know why, but I've got a strong desire to call this guy Jerry. Ow, bitch. Maybe I should stop standing in front of people with shotguns. It seems like it's a bad idea. Oh, hey, look, if I pickpocket the guy I pacified, he turns hostile again. Sorry, Piper, I know I just made your job that much harder. But look on the bright side. Now you get to do more murder. You like murder, right? I know I sure do. In video games, anyway. In real life, I'm far... Wow, look at that guy jump. Sorry, I was saying in real life, I'm far too lazy for that. The murder, not the jumping. Well, actually, also the jumping. I'm not jumping, that's like... But generally speaking, Piper did pretty well in that room. Let's push our luck some more. Okay, Piper, could you do your... Piper? 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 By Beelzebub's twisted tits, Piper, where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. And what exactly are you doing? Oh, there's a baddie up here. I guess while she deals with that, I'll keep these guys busy by waving my gun at them. Oh, no, here she comes. Oh, no, wait, there's still a guy with her. Piper, sweetie, you might want to deal with this guy here. You know, the bloke stabbing you. I know she's on my side, but that was really funny. And look, she got her revenge immediately afterwards. Come on, you silly reporter, we've still got goons to deal with. By which, of course, I mean you. You've still got the goons to deal with. So do you maybe want to, you know, do the thing? Doing the thing is not getting stuck behind a sofa. Yeah, see, you figured it out. Now just come this way and deal with the rest of them if you don't mind. I've already made one into another Jerry, so you've only got to deal with one person. No, don't walk up and pet the Jerry. See, even his friend had problems with you doing that. Huh, it's kind of weird. Whenever she gets back up from just being knocked on her ass, she takes an enemy out really quickly. Now for the next hallway of horrors. I mean, really, we don't actually have to deal with these guys. What I could do is just make Piper follow me up to the main room. Where the fuck is she this time? Oh, she's right there, it's fine. Okay, let's deal with this. Oh crap, grenade, 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 grenade. Ah, grenades plural. Tis but a scratch. Oh, tartar sauce, I'm back at the beginning. I forgot to quick save at any point. Now granted, we only lost about 3 minutes of progress, which isn't too bad. It just feels a lot longer because there's nothing I can really do. I've just got to stand here awkwardly whilst Piper does everything. I mean, I can tell her which guy to attack, and she usually does. You know, when she can actually be asked to attack. Piper, cowering behind a desk is my super secret move. You can't do it too. I would say if you don't get in there, you'll be sorry, but let's face it, there's nothing I can do to you. You're functionally immortal. Too bad that raider wasn't. Okay, now we're gonna save, just in case. There we go, see, I learned my lesson. Now we just have to get up to the main room where... No, don't throw a grenade at me! Oh, it's only a Molotov, that's fine. I was scared for a moment there. I swear, video games can be such a surreal experience. Like, I'm still getting a bottle of fire thrown at me and somehow that's not something to be concerned about. Piper, will you please shoot these bastards? We can only go as fast as you let us. This was something that concerned me about doing this run. Having to go at a companion's pace rather than a player's pace. In any other run, I'd be clearing this place like it was nothing, but because Piper is both slow and has an aim that makes mine look good, the best we can hope for is to awkwardly shuffle around all the bad guys. But maybe I'm just not doing this right. Maybe instead of leaving her to get into combat with every single raider she encounters, I should just run up to the main room and direct her to attack the guy, the raider boss, whose name is currently escaping me. Oh right, yeah, Jared. His name is Jared. I'm not even gonna try and pacify him because I'm pretty sure he's above our level. I will try it on the regular regular raiders, but I'm not hoping for a lot of success. All we can really do is hide behind Piper and wait for her to finally kill the guy we needed to kill, which could take a while because, again, her aim just isn't very good. Although, to be fair to her, she's actually using cover and not doing what I would do, which is stand in the open and get shot at. Can I really be mad at her for practicing self-preservation? Good news, that one didn't destroy my ears, but it did burn my retinas out. Honestly, Fallout, why are all of your cars basically tiny atom bombs? Oh, I hate this place. Piper, will you hurry up and kill this guy already? Come on, he's right there. There you go, throw a Molotov. That's why I gave you the damn things. You can't dodge fire. I mean, you can, but not like that. Shut up. Oh, hey, she killed him. Now let's run away screaming like the brave people we are. Brave Miss Scaredy Cat ran away. She bravely ran away, away. When danger is its ugly head, she bravely turned her tail and fled. Brave, brave Miss Scaredy Cat. Haha. Couldn't get me with that one, could you bastards? Excuse me, sir, I know it's 3 in the morning, but I've got news. I dealt with those raiders giving you trouble all by myself. Yep, had no help at all. But with this business concluded, we can now return to Preston and get our promotion to General, and also recruit him as a companion. I wonder if he's any good. No, seriously, I don't know. It's been such a long time since I've used companions at all, much less Preston Garvey, that I fully can't remember if he's any better than Piper would be. I mean, I have to assume so. He was an actual soldier after all, and he does have a laser musket, which we both know is actually quite a good weapon when expected to properly, and he has modified his one. You know what? I feel cautiously optimistic. Oh, and as always, I did a bit of building to get some XP. Well, that, and we have to make this place look super cool. This looks like a tramp's mansion. A tramption, if you will. Okay, I also built a second house. You know me, once I start, I can't stop. But it's not my fault I have these amazing building skills. Anyway, as for our new level up, we're going to take Cap Collector. I feel like we're going to spend a lot of money on stim packs throughout the run. So Preston did give us another Minuteman quest that I'm going to quickly knock out now. All I've got to do is set up a settlement in Starlight Drive-In. I'm not going to go overboard this time because I truly cannot be bothered. I'm also not going to try and pacify any of these mole rats because I have the sneaking suspicion that if I do, it won't count as clearing the area. I don't really know what I'm basing that theory on other than the fact that we're playing Fallout 4 and I've kind of got to expect it to be a little bit broken. Anyway, Piper cleared out the mole rats, so let me just set up a little shack right here. There we go. Put some beds in there for a couple of settlers. Now, using the random bits of fruit and veg I found along my journey, let's just set up a little farm. Oh, and we're going to need power to activate a radio beacon. Oh, and we'll actually, need the beacon as well. And of course, no settlement's complete without some security. Hey, is it ever actually explained how we know how to build a turret? Like, this thing is capable of telling friends from enemies, and I didn't need anything except a bit of circuitry and some metal to put this thing together. Since I could probably spend an hour listing off the ways the settlement building can be improved, we're going to stop complaining right now. Mostly because I'm convinced this run is going to give me plenty to complain about already. Either way, there we go. We've built a small settlement. Well, not really a settlement, more of a house. Not even a house, it's a shed. A shed with a fence and some radioactive corn. But there we go, Preston, don't say I never do anything for you. How about as a thank you, you come and watch my back? Huh? Come and protect the General, you want to do that, right? Let me just send Piper to Sanctuary Hills. I know I was going to use the Red Rocket truck stop, but I'm kind of thinking of making Sanctuary into my companion hangout. But hey, that means we're up to 4 companions now. Time to go and save Nick Valentine from the Triggermen. Plus, the journey there will let me get to test Preston out. Okay, Preston, we got some ghouls here, so do your thing. Preston? Preston, do your thing. Preston? Oh wait, he's behind me. I heard the musket. Oh hey, cool, he's already vaporized one. So if you could just mop up the last one. Great job, Preston. Really proud of you. Hey, Preston, you know those little things on your gun? Those are iron sights. Maybe you want to use them? No, wait, you have a little focusing sight thingy. What do you call it? Reflex sight. No, wait, he has a scope. I'll forgive you for shooting past it when it got too close, but when it was at range, you really got no excuse, man. Come on. So, Preston, let's talk about him real quick. When his shots connect, his damage is pretty good, but his low rate of fire and his low accuracy really don't help things. Given that we're about to pit ourselves against a gang of machine gun wielding thugs that happen to be able to decimate an entire health bar in only a couple of seconds. Yeah, I know, he's not following me. You know what, we'll just go inside, he'll appear. Anyway, given that fact, I'm pretty sure he's not the best companion for this job. Still, I am a girl of science, so let's try and test our hypothesis. If it doesn't work, we can always run away and grab Piper. That said, there's a part of me that feels like this trained soldier boy should be enough. Go, go, Prestatue, I choose you, use laser musket. Prestatue? Prestatue, oh there you are. Garvey, please don't just stand there like an idiot. That's my job. Okay, sure, put distance between you and your target. I can understand that, but why are you running up close to them again? I thought the point was to lure them out. And why are you just standing there like a dickhead? By the flying spaghetti monster, if this is your standard for tactics, then I can see why your faction failed. Would you please do something? I mean, falling on your ass is technically doing something, so I guess I can't really be mad. So, Preston, no offense, but I think I'm just gonna go and grab Piper. She can at least handle herself in a fight. Now, where the hell is Piper? 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 By the Titan, now I can see why I didn't want to use Sanctuary Hills as the base. There's too much space for them to get lost in. Yeah, I'm going to start removing all the chairs, so that way she'll be less inclined to roam around looking for a place to sit down. I suppose I could have reinstalled the Vault Tech Workshop DLC, that way I'd have access to the personal control terminal so I can figure out where all my VIPs are, but that would have been too easy. Thanks whoever shot the Rad Roach, I didn't see, but oh wait, there's Piper. Hey Piper, Preston's useless, can you come and do his job for him? Let's try again, take 2, here we go. Yeah, stop right there, you mook. Shh, no one tell him there's no bullets in my gun. Go Piper, choose you, laser gun. So far, Piper's not exactly doing better, but she's not doing worse. Oh hey, look, I pacified another one. I wonder what the actual pacify enemy limit is. Like, how many enemies can I have pacified at a single time? My best guess is probably going to be like 3 at most. Oh hey, look, she got one. Maybe if I try and lure these other ones out of cover, we can give her a... That's not how you... whatever the fuck you were trying to do there. But after a short firefight, we've finally cleared this area of hostiles. I mean, sure, we've left a couple guys alive, but I bet they won't come back for revenge later, or try to shoot us in the back as soon as we leave the room. Piper, for fuck's sake, will you follow me? By Kayla mention Cait, I swear a lot of this run is just going to be me walking back into rooms I've already cleared, because my companion decided to wait behind for some reason. This big room of goons has me a little bit concerned, but you know what, I'm sure we can pull through. Yeah, Piper, choose you. Hey, would you believe that just kind of standing here waiting for my companion to do all the work is really not that fun? Especially when they won't do their job. Oh, sorry, she's hurt. Okay, my bad. Here you go, take some vitamin S that I found in a toilet somewhere. The fact that neither of us are going to develop 19 different infections from using 200-year-old medicine is frankly amazing. Come on, Piper, you can do it. You took down a Deathclaw earlier, for goodness sake. I mean, granted, it didn't have a gun, and every single person in this room does, but, yeah, actually, maybe these are 2 very different combat situations. Still, no, I believe in you. Fuck if I know why. By Neptune, this is gonna take ages. Oh, no, wait, she's moving, folks. There we go, thank you, Piper. Now we've just got to do it 6 or 7 more times. Oh, bugger me in the ear, we're going to be here for a while. Huh, maybe not. She's actually doing pretty well at this point. Like I said earlier, it probably just feels a lot longer because there's not really a whole lot I can do. I can try to pacify, but if that fails, then I've kind of run out of strings to my bow. Well, let's head into the vault. I think things can only get better from here. Okay, in we go. Sneak. Ha, put him up. Now, please just stand there awkwardly while I go and get my companion to kill you. By the Gruffalo's knobbly knees, will you please get in the vault and do the thing I brought you to do? I swear, it's like herding cats with these people. Yes, well done, you reached the vault door, now maybe walk inside the vault! Jesus dog diddling Christ, how is this more stressful than actually having her fight the enemies? How is getting her to navigate from one room to another somehow more of a consideration than her actually surviving a gunfight? And the worst part is, she's still kind of fucking around. Fine, I'll lord a guy over to you, will that please her majesty? You know what, I'm gonna take your bat because I'm annoyed. I mean, sure, for this character a weapon upgrade is about as useful as a giant inflatable hammer, but I'm already bored at staring at the switchblade. Okay, is Piper following me? Holy fuck, she actually is. Now Piper, if you don't mind, can you remove these triggermen for us? Please and thank you. Oh wait, they're not hostile yet, so she's going to inspect them. Oh no, never mind, they're pissed off. There you go, Piper, now you're morally justified in murdering them. I guess she fucking disagrees. There we go, she's getting it. Bloody hell, took her long enough. Why did you waste a Molotov on one dude? I mean, yeah, I do that as well, but the only type of example I should ever be used as is a bad example. Okay, next room. Come on, Piper. Hey, gangsters, my friend's got a laser rifle with your name on it. Yeah, maybe just turn around. There you go, you got it. Now, Piper, can you get him? You fucking bet she can. Let's keep the paint train going. Hey, Triggerman, do you want to know why I don't like Russian dolls? Because they're so full of themselves. Haha, see, did you get it? Odds are about 50-50 he got it. Oh hey, cool, we both brought a stick to a gunfight. Go, Piper, cheers you. Ooh, that looked painful. Walk it off, Piper, you're fine. Your teeth are supposed to be in the back of your skull. Now, please stop fucking around. Thank you. Oh hey, cool, a hole. I'm gonna jump into it. Oh yeah, there are guys in this hole. Let's just bravely run away. Now we just have to sneak up on Dino. Or would it be better to make him hostile so Piper can actually kill him? Yeah, fuck it, that feels like the smarter move. Go, Piper, you can do it! Or at least you will be able to when you get up the fucking stairs. There we go. Now, take out Dino. You know, it actually helps if you pull the trigger. Yeah, like that, you've got it. Part 2 of our lesson is gonna be hitting the goddamn target. Although, to be completely fair, you probably want a better teacher than me. I'm bad at that. Hey Dino, I was gonna tell you a joke about German sausage, but I won't because it's the worst. Well, fuck you too. At least the last guy I told a terrible joke to had the decency to smack me in the face. Wait, why do I want that? Come on, Piper, you can do it. Holy fuck, you really can do it. I suppose my faith in you is a little bit renewed. Hey Nick, do you want to help me find my missing child? Now, it's been like 60 years and I have no leads, and I'm pretty sure he's probably been eaten by this point, but judging by your completely outdated attire, I'm certain you can do it. That's not how you chair, Bethesda. Anyway, let's get the hell out of this depressing place. Now that we have Nick by our side, I'm fairly confident that clearing the rest of the vault should be pretty easy. Unlike Piper, he's following a set route to get out of here, so it's a lot harder for him to get lost. And now that we've got 2 guns by our side, or maybe 1 because Piper's still up there for some fucking reason, I'm not even joking when I tell you the most stressful part of doing this run was getting the companion AI to behave consistently. I can deal with them missing shots, I can deal with them needing different weapons to replace their usually terrible starting equipment, but there is virtually nothing I can do to compensate for their terrible pathfinding. I'd go so far as to say it actually feels a lot worse than it does in earlier Fallout games. When I say earlier, I mean Fallout 3 and New Vegas, because I've not played the originals yet. I want to, I really want to. But it's something about the way the characters are animated in Fallout 4 that makes them feel a bit more, I guess realistic is the word, but also a bit heavier. It feels like when they're plotting a course, they have to faff around a lot more. It's actually something I really didn't like about the Demon Souls remake. When you want to turn your character on the spot, they have to kind of move a little bit to the side to turn around because it's trying to be heavier and more lifelike. Sorry, I didn't want to complain again, but Fallout 4 just gives me so much to complain about. I swear it's a British person's wet dream come to life. Albeit virtual life, but close enough. After another few minutes of struggling to get Piper to both walk upstairs and target the enemies, we finally come face to face with the head of the Triggermen, Skinny Malone. Of course, I am going to try and end things peacefully because I don't really want to have another gunfight, but given my long track record of trying and failing this, I'm not exactly hopeful. Well, stick a pencil up my bum and call me the human sharpener, it actually worked. Perfect, we can now leave without having to get into another overly long gunfight. Detective Valentine, if I can posit you a question. The fuck? Oh, that's right, I left a pacified enemy in the vault entrance, and I suppose if you walk away and come back, they become hostile again. Please ignore my failed attempt to walk up these stairs. But yeah, that must have been what happened. That's a relief. I thought Nick was trying to screw me over for a second there. Hey Nick, I saved your life, so could you take up my case pro bono please? Thank you. Now, I'll forgive you if you're thinking that we're going to immediately go to Diamond City and do his interview so we can get him as a companion right away. Oh right, level up, let's just do this. Yeah, fuck it, we'll take rank 2 of toughness, it can't hurt. But yeah, I'll forgive you if you were thinking that that's what we were going to do. Instead, we're going to head towards the combat zone, for inside the raider bar is a companion we can recruit. Of course, to get to her we are going to have to kill an army of raiders, by which of course I mean Piper's going to have to kill an army of raiders, but given the fact she pulled her weight really well against the Triggermen, I have confidence in her. Plus there are far fewer places in here for her to get stuck. All I've got to do is draw the aggro so she can unleash a world of hurt, or at least I hope she would do that. Trust Piper to be shooting at the only raider that's not currently attacking me. It's fine, how long could this possibly take? You, stick 'em up. This perk is so stupid. It is weirdly fun to keep creating Jerry's. I wonder if he could damage his buddy. I guess not, or maybe he missed? Great job, Piper, you shot the only one that wasn't killing me. Oh wait, he doesn't give a shit. Come on, Piper, ow. Hey, how many joints is an arm meant to have, and is 6 too many? Oh, it wasn't Piper shooting me with a shotgun, it was a raider scum, of course. Yeah, I didn't give Piper a shotgun. Why did I think it was Piper? Speaking of Piper, that's not how you floor, Bethesda. The poor girl got her ass handed to her. Would you believe a bar full of raiders all armed to the teeth might be a bit tricky to take over? Yeah, me neither. Hey buddy, I killed all your clientele and now I want to hire your fighter. That's cool, right? I mean, I look like this, how could you not take me seriously? For some reason, whenever I see a Fallout 4 character wearing a Vault-Tec jumpsuit, it always looks like someone doing a really bad cosplay. Anyway, we're hiring Cait. She seems slightly hesitant, although nowhere near as hesitant as she should be. I mean, we just murdered all of these guys in this room. There should be like some pause, surely. Anyway, that's officially 5 companions we've got under our belt. And you know what, there's actually another potential companion not too far away from here. All we have to do is scale a tower full of super mutants. Cait, I hope you're up to this. I thought Cait could join me for this one because her default weapon is a double-barreled shotgun, which might have an ultimately low rate of fire, but it can take huge chunks off of an enemy's health, and we are about to spend a lot of time in a very confined space. Go, Cait, I choose you. Use buckshot, I guess. Look, I'm gonna level with you. I do not know Pokemon very well. I know Eevee. I know Bidoof. That's like all the Pokemon I know. Anyway, Cait, do your thing. Yeah, that was pretty decent, I think. Let's have another try on this one here. Cait, honey, if you wouldn't mind. Maybe try and get this guy into your line of sight or something. You know, just a thought, no pressure. Yeah, that's not great damage, but she probably only hit him with a couple of pellets. Ah, that's more like it. That's the kind of damage we can work with. Like 2 shots took out most of his health bar. Already I think bringing Cait was the smart idea. Do keep in mind though that I haven't played this particular mission in about 7 years, so my confidence could be very misplaced. Let's see what we can do. Come on Cait, you got this. My professional advice for this particular situation: shoot the mutant hound in the face. Why do you even carry a shotgun if you're not going to use it for close to mid-range combat? I'm already having second thoughts and we've only just got to the main dungeon. Yeah, see, right there, that's a good omen. Alright, take a stim pack, try again. If of course we can, you know, get her out of this corner. I am now 100% certain that I cannot block melee attacks that are directed towards other people, which I guess is fairly consistent with Fallout 4. After all, you need a special perk just to be able to hit more than one person in melee combat. Yeah, see, she went down immediately. It probably doesn't help that I haven't actually given her any real armor, and already I can see another mutant bullying her. You know what, I'm starting to think this might have been a really stupid idea to try and take on right now. But honestly, what could I expect? I mean, I thought this entire run was a good idea, and we can see how well that's going, can't we? We're, what, more than half an hour into this video and we still haven't even gotten halfway through the main story. At the time of recording this particular part of this video, I haven't even finished the game yet, which I admit is very weird. I usually finish the run before I start putting the video together so I can kind of plan out what to say and when to say it. Here, you know what, Cait? I have a few explosives that I can't really do anything with. Maybe you can put them to good use. Of course, your current positioning for combat isn't exactly doing you any favours. See, when she can actually get most of her pellets to land on a single target, she can do a nice amount of damage, but it's actually getting her to land that shot is the problem. Because Cait shares the same basic AI as every Fallout human NPC, she isn't smart enough to consistently get into close range to use her gun to its maximum effectiveness. Oh hey, look, a legendary enemy, that's not going to be a problem. I thought I was free of the curse of the legendary foe, but here you are, mocking me. You know what though, I'm sure Cait's got this. I mean, she's actually close enough to him to land most of her shotgun shells on him. But of course, because this mutie happens to be legendary, all the damage he's outputting is far greater than it would be. And because Cait has to stand close to him to land most of her shots, she's more likely to get herself hit. And if we run out of stim packs, then we've got a bit of a problem because there's no other way to heal her. A more intelligent gamer might have checked their stim pack reserves before coming into this fight, and I'm currently refusing to check on them in the vain hope that somehow that means I have an endless supply. If I just don't look at it, it's not going to be a problem. Huh, she's actually doing quite well against this guy. You know what, Cait? I think you've got this. I really need to stop believing in you lot, don't I? Right, let's try again. Ow! I don't want to waste any stim packs. I'm just going to eat food to make my concussion go away. That's how you cure concussions, right? Eventually, though, Cait lines up a few pretty good shots and legendary guy is no more. So far this has been a wide awake nightmare and it can only get worse. Oh yeah, there are still guys down here. We should probably deal with those. Yeah, I really should have brought Piper and not Cait, or at the very least given Cait righteous authority. That's not how you gun Bethesda. Seriously, Cait, can we get a move on, please? If half-baked memory serves, I'm pretty sure there's a much nastier thing waiting for us up there that's going to take even longer to deal with. You know, behind this second huge squad of super mutants. Hey Cait, you might want to watch out. Go, powers of interfering. Good job, Cait. That was a really good shot. Oh, she's down. Go, Gadget, stim pack, and please don't die. Please don't ask why I made the Inspector Gadget reference. I honestly couldn't tell you. Alright, Cait, you've got this, or maybe not. If there's one lesson to take away from this run, it's never believe in anyone. Oh yeah, I should probably help her up. So, let's just guide her up these stairs to the rest of the mutants, and now we'll try running interference again. If I can keep their focus off of Cait and onto me, she should be able to shotgun them. Of course, given the fact that I can't physically attack, there's very little I can do to make this guy angry with me specifically. Although his friend has some words for me, those words being bonk. Yeah, it's fine, I wasn't using that arm anyway, have at it. Right, let's try that again. So Cait, I'm really gonna need you to pull your weight this time. Oh, and just in case you don't know, I should probably tell you, the companion we're here to recruit is a super mutant called Strong. By far the least interesting super mutant companion in any Fallout game I've ever played. So much so that I haven't looked at or recruited him for about 7 years. Wow, it is crazy to think that Fallout 4 is a 10-year-old game. There's a little bit of me that's still convinced it only released a couple of years ago. And not just because it's so broken that even games in beta would look at this and think it's an embarrassment. Cait, hun, you know I love you, but we are going to have to get a little bit closer to the mutants, not to each other. I'm fairly confident you're the kind of person who punches during sex, and I have no pain threshold. So I don't appreciate you trying to burn us with a Molotov. By the knobbly knees of Ramses, she really is a pain in the ass. Oh, for 5 fucking minutes. The fact that I have to resort to herding my companions like I'm a fucking border collie has to be the biggest indictment of their AI's ability to navigate a simple environment. And even this doesn't seem to be helping too much because she's still staying out of range. Come on, he's so close to death. I wish I could just swing this bat and take him out, but the rules say I can't. Please, Cait, please. I'll get you all the medics you can possibly OD on if you'll just take this fucker out. Thank you! Although I'm not actually going to support your drug habit, I might get you help, if I remember. I'm probably going to forget. Right, now just up this ramp and let's deal with the big boss of the area and oh no. Oh shit on a snowman, this is gonna go badly. So Cait, I hope it's not asking too much of you for you to, you know, kill this minigun guy in like a couple of shots so he can't take us both out. Yeah, that's about what I expected. And it looks like we might have gotten her trapped in another death loop. She's stuck between two mutants, and the time it takes her to get back onto her feet after being revived means that she's probably gonna take unavoidable amounts of damage from two different sides. And because the only skill I have is to run away screaming, all I can really do is hope to lure the melee guy away for long enough that I can get back to her and revive her before the minigun guy immediately kills her again. Oh come on, super mutant, please walk into that murder hole, it'll be really good for you, it's lots of fun. Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought that would work. We're gonna try and get back to the elevator. I might be able to salvage this somehow. Now, just hit the button. Hit the button. Oh come on, hit the button. The fucking activation trigger isn't working properly again, so now I'm basically stuck in a corner with a guy wailing on me, and the only skill I have at my disposal is to block his attacks, which I may or may not do, I still have to time it properly, but if I could just survive for long enough I might be able to hit the button and get out of here. That should be enough to get Cait to respawn. I hate this place. Luckily I had the foresight to quick save by this ramp so we don't have to redo the entire dungeon. So obviously the smartest thing to do would be to try that again, right? I'm operating on the really basic hope that if I can lure the super mutants over here, Cait might be able to get off a couple of shots that take them out. Oh yeah, how about you have this hunting rifle, Cait? Sure, it does less damage per shot than a shotgun, but it focuses it more. So now you can sharpshoot. That's the theory anyway. Yeah, would it surprise you to learn that this didn't exactly work? Yeah, we probably need to change our tactics a little bit. By which, of course, I mean, let's run away. So, yeah, I'm starting to think that Cait in her current state is not the tool for this particular job. But you know what tool is useful for this job? Paladin Danse. He has an unbreakable suit of power armor and a laser rifle. I mean, of course, to do that, we're gonna have to go and deal with cornflakes, but I think that's the best option we have. Let me just go back to Sanctuary Hills real fast and recruit Piper. I suppose I could just take Piper's gear and give it to Cait, but I like Piper more because she has a cool hat. Yes, that's seriously the reason I'm choosing her over Cait. It's pretty weird because in the few times I've played this game and used companions, I always chose Cait over Piper because I liked her personality more. Let's head to Diamond City. Actually, you know what? This is a pretty good time to recruit Nick Valentine as an official companion, so Piper, could you go wait at home for me? I'll be back eventually. Time to go and see the detective. So, I'm missing a child, and I have no idea where it could possibly be. Fortunately enough, Nikki V has a few ideas. Those ideas involve trespassing. Yay! Criminal activity! At this point, we all know the story, correct? Like, I don't have to keep recapping it. I could just jump ahead to the point after I get the key from the mayor and search the bloke's house. Oh my, we found his secret jerk-off room. And looky here, we've got clues. It's time to go and track down the bad guy. Hey Nick, do you want to come with us? And just like that, we've got our 6th companion. Oh wait, Piper and Codsworth should be the other way round. It doesn't matter. Time to go and find our son. Dogmeat, lead the way. I've got a good feeling about this. I mean, sure, Nick isn't wearing armour, and you can't make him wear armour, and he also uses a really weak pistol. This was a mistake. Oh, praise Satan, there's not a Deathclaw or super mutants with missile launchers waiting for me here. All there are clues leading us onwards. Dum-de-dum, walking along the drain track. Ah, mole rats, but like glow stick ones. Let's see if I can intimidate these things. Kind of. I can kind of intimidate some of them. So that's about all I can do. Nick, honey, you got this, right? No? Okay, I'll just stand here blocking this one mole rat until you get your shit together. It's fine, I had nothing else to do today. Eventually, these two clowns get their act together, but that felt like it took entirely too long. This is without a doubt the most tedious and strangest run I've ever done. Ah, wild dogs. Dog meat, kill your own kind. But, you know, maybe do it a bit better than you're currently doing it. You know what? I should have gotten him some armor. That would have been a really good idea. Although, given the fact that after this mission I have no plans to use him again, I'm probably not going to in this run. Like, having a canine companion is a fun gimmick, but he's just so bad. He can't use guns, his melee attack is overly slow, and the one positive he has, that being able to pin enemies in place for a couple of seconds, you know, to leave them open so that you can attack them, is kind of moot in a run where you're physically unable to attack anything. Hell, even in a regular run, I'd rather just have a companion that did decent damage. Anyway, time for the bear. The Yaogwai is mean, but it's also quite slow. Blocking its attacks isn't too much of a problem. And as long as we can keep it away from Nick, he can just plink his health down from range. Wait, what? Why are there mole rats happening? Who the fuck invited you to this party? Oh wait, are you the one that I pacified and have now come back for revenge? I mean, that would make some sense. That would be consistent with something. Although I couldn't tell you where the fuck the super mutants came from or what they're doing here. And the stingwings are anyone's guess. What the fuck is happening here? Why is so much craziness happening on this one stretch of train track? It's because I can't fucking attack, isn't it? That's gotta be it. It's gotta be because I can't fucking attack and the game saw that and said, haha, now I'm gonna throw everything at you. So at least this stretch wasn't boring, but only because it was fucking baffling. I've never had such a wide variety of different enemies attacking me on this one specific part of the trail. Why must you mock me, Fallout 4? But you know what, it's still better than Brick's Run, where every other enemy seemed to be a legendary guy. Oh cool, and now some wild mongrels are getting involved. That's exactly what we needed. Eventually, everyone who shouldn't be here dies, but damn, that was so strange. Let's just keep going. Oh yeah, ghouls. Nick? Thank you, Detective Valentine. Love you, Detective Valentine. Detective Valentine, will you please aim your gun at the bad guy? There we go, that's better. Or it was before you tried to melee the air. Somehow it was Dogmeat who was the MVP of this particular fight. Oh crap, and a Capri Sun, there's still more of them. I'm just gonna jump up on top of this box like a cartoon character who just spotted a mouse and leave my loyal companions to solve the problem for me. Which after only a very small amount of faffing around, they actually do. But you know what this journey was really missing? Even more feral ghouls. Nick, honey, I kinda need you up there. Nick, where? Oh, there you are. Go, Valentine. I choose you. That one works even less than the rest did. Fortunately enough, Nick has found a level of confidence so this whole fight doesn't take too long, which is definitely welcome, but you know what? I don't think this particular walk has had all the drama it could. Oh yeah, another squad of super mutants. That's exactly what we need. Okay, Nick, where are you? Nick, why the fuck are you all the way back here? By the scruffy scrotum of Scooby-Doo, the companion AI is something else. Serious question, how come every time I get a companion to attack an enemy, the default stance afterwards is to stand exactly where they were rather than follow me? Like seriously, what the fuck, Fallout 4? This is the main thing that makes this entire run feel like a massive chore. And for fuck's sake, we've still got so long to go, and I'm still missing nearly half the companion roster. Ah well, we found Cornflake's hideout, so let's just head inside. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not taking Nick. I'm gonna take someone else. And no, it's not going to be Dogmeat. As you can probably guess, we're going to go back and recruit Piper again. With her, I feel like we see some actual progress. So let me just teleport to Sanctuary Hills. Oh yeah, far from home. Before anybody asks, no, we're not taking this character to the DLCs. The base game's enough. So let me just do my usual search for Piper. You know what? I've just noticed that our water needs for this settlement aren't being met. So you know what? I'm going to quickly sink a water purifier into that river. I'm pretty sure that Sanctuary Hills won't ever break its alliance with you, but I don't want to run the risk. I can't lose my friend's hangout zone. Okay, there we go. Water needs are now met. Now, where the fuck is Piper? Okay, I legitimately can't find her. I even went back to Diamond City to see if I accidentally sent her back there last time. Am I going insane? Where the hell is she? I swear, I've looked everywhere in the settlement and she's nowhere to be seen. Oh, there you are. Jesus, where the fuck have you been? I was legitimately worried that the game somehow despawned her or something. Anyway, come on Piper, we've got work to do. First things first, we have to somehow get inside Fort Hagen without Piper stopping to shoot every turret she sees. Let's see if my usual strategy of just legging it for the door works. I mean, as soon as I go inside, she's supposed to spawn next to me, right? We're in. Oh look, there are simps. Okay Piper, it's your time to shine. Where the fuck is Piper? I guess she's still outside. You know what, fuck it, let's try and run for the lower level, see if we can get her to spawn down there. After all, if she doesn't have to fight all these simps, she will save a lot of ammo. Although, granted, I could also get a lot of ammo from these simps by having her fight them. Ah, my eyes. Grab the frag mines, I can sell those later. Run. Oh hey, cool, we made it to the elevator in one piece. For some reason I thought that was going to be a lot harder. Once again, let's run. Now we just try and jump our way over the banister, and I'm stuck. Oh no. So guys, I don't suppose I could get a timeout, could I? Please? Timeout? Can't really blame anyone except myself for that one. Oh cool, we made it over the banister. Okay, I've reincarnated. You know what, I'm gonna go get Piper. I feel like I can actually use her help. I know, it's crazy. I'm gonna get a companion for this companion-only run. There you are. Okay, Piper, could you please come with me this time? The turrets just aren't worth it. I could literally deactivate them at the end of this dungeon. Okay, we're inside, and there's no sign of Piper. Of course there's not. Why would my follower actually follow me? Okay, let's go back up and grab her. Okay, Piper, could you please follow me into the fort? Or just get knocked out? Okay, one more try. Let's see if we can get this to work. And now I have no idea where Piper even is. Brilliant. Fuck it. We're gonna try and sprint through the fort again. It almost worked last time. I just need to not jump up on the thing and get stuck again. Get out of my way, you wide-awake nightmare. Okay, made it to the elevator. Go down. don't get stuck on the thing this time. Holy fuck, I think we're actually going to make it this time. Again, it's amazing how often just running past combat works. So let's just keep going, and good news, Piper is finally following us again. Annoyingly, she hasn't got any cells left for righteous authority, but once we kill these simps, or once she kills these simps, I can loot their guns and give her the cells. Granted, it does take a little while, but eventually we get there. That hunting rifle she's using is actually quite potent, you know, when she can hit something with it. Now, if we can just get her to destroy these ceiling-mounted turrets. I mean, she does the first one pretty well, it's the second one she seems to have a world of trouble with. She only seemed to be able to hit the thing when I already had walked past it. Now, if you could just destroy that one, why was that an inspect order? It's already registering as hostile. I swear, if we end up in another death loop because the character keeps standing right by the thing that's going to knock them out over and over again, maybe you should shoot the enemy, Piper, and not just stand there like a dickhead. Fucking hell, this is exhausting. Oh cool, a super high level enemy, I'm sure this will go down really fast. Come on Piper, you can do it. Just zappy zappy, you know the way. Actually, this bit didn't take her anywhere near as long as I thought it would. Using what I learned earlier, we're just going to run past all these turrets because that seems to be what gets Piper to shoot them effectively. And once she's finished taking out the defences, we're finally ready to take on Cornflakes. I get the impression this is going to be really rough. He has way too much health, his pistol does a stupid amount of damage, and he uses stealth boys. Although stealth boys are only really a problem for me because I have, you know, eyes and I'm a person. Because Piper is an NPC follower and therefore doesn't actually have real human eyes, I wonder if she'll be able to see him and target him anyway. Well, let's get right to it. Go go Piper Chew, I choose you! Within the first few seconds of combat, Piper already dismantled one of the simps, so that's pretty good. But as you can probably expect, Cornflakes is giving her a lot of trouble. I'm starting to think I should probably have her attack the other simp first, because it's going to keep chipping away at her health. Yeah, see, she's sort of getting it. And by getting it, I mean punched in the face. It's okay, Piper, I got you. Now, I know things look dire, but we can— oh, fuck, grenades. So, that didn't work, and you know what the annoying thing is? Every time I die, I'm going to have to go through the conversation with Kellogg again and hope the game doesn't crash from me skipping all the dialogue, because it will do that sometimes. For round 2, I think we're going to try and hide in this corridor to get some cover. You know, I'm sure hiding in a very tight space isn't going to bite us in the arse at any point. Okay, she might have gone down, but I think she took both the simps out. Yeah, well done, Piper. That's 2 robots down. Now we've just got a soggy bowl of breakfast cereal to deal with. So maybe don't cower behind the door. Cowering is my thing. We've been over this. Come on, Piper, you can do this. On the plus side, my theory about his stealth boy not actually impeding her ability to hit him seems to be holding true. As I said, the only reason the stealth boy works on me as a player is because I'm a human being with eyeballs. Being an NPC, Piper doesn't actually rely on sight to see things. And yes, I realise how stupid that sentence sounded. Now we've just got to wait a small eternity for her to finally get the job done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give her a melee weapon, that way she can get up close and personal with him rather than shooting him from a distance. This way she can effectively bully him into a corner, and because he's using a ranged weapon, he can't actually block any of her strikes. Holy fuck, is this it? Have I solved it? Oh crap, she's gone down. No, I don't want to sit on the sofa. I want to heal my companion. Crap, and crap. In case you couldn't tell, I died. I love it when Fallout 4's death camera breaks and you can't even see your character flop. Anyway, third time's the charm, let's go. We're going to leave her with a gun for the first half of this fight so she can quickly deal with the simps. When she moves on to Cornflakes, we'll give her a melee weapon. Although, to be fair, I probably could have just given her a melee weapon right now. She could probably use my bat if she really wanted to. Oh, come on, Piper, I've got stuff to do. Will you hurry up and kill these guys? Because this run ended up taking so much longer than I wanted it to, I feel so behind. I mean, for fuck's sake, what are we, like almost an hour into this thing and we haven't even got past Act 1 yet? Piper, will you get on your feet already? And maybe don't stand on top of the grenade? Although I suppose given the fact that I do exactly the same thing, I can't really fault her. And there we go, the simps are down. Now, take this bat and introduce it to Kellogg's face. Yeah, no, Piper, I don't think he's actually going to come at you. You're probably going to have to go at him. Jesus Christ, Piper, will you get back on your feet and fight this asshole? Oh, cool, grenades. This is a very deep pain. You're my least favourite breakfast provider. Fortunately enough for this particular attempt, I feel like Cornflakes was getting as impatient as I was, so he fragged his own simps. That definitely made getting to phase 2 easier. Now all I've got to do is avoid him throwing bombs at me. Luckily, it also seems that Piper is as done with this shit as I am because she's really putting some effort in this time. I mean, granted, it doesn't help that Cornflakes keeps healing, and because we're playing Fallout 4 and him having 1 stim pack basically means he has 1,000, there's not really any way to mitigate this. We've just got to let Piper wail on him and hope that she gets enough hits in before he decides to heal again. And as of right now, there's not really anything I can do to help in this fight. Well, I guess there was one thing I probably could have done if I'd planned this run a little bit better, but I didn't, so we're kind of stuck here. But I'll bring that up later, because I actually tried the thing that I could have tried here later. Eventually, after about 5 minutes of chasing him around the arena with Piper, he finally takes the hint and just fucking dies. By the golden nutsack of Gilgamesh, that took way too long. At least now we can get out of this stupid place and press on to the next part of the game. So let me just go and talk to Nick about our findings. Wait, why is my compass pointing me out of town? Oh, I forgot to take the information off of the terminal in the room. Honestly, with the amount of times I've done this, I should know this by now. Right, now we can go. Oh hey, Sheffield, I've got a spare Nuka-Cola if you want it, buddy. There you go, and oh look, I leveled up. You know what, I'm gonna take the first rank of Hacker. I'm pretty sure that'll come in handy at some point. Oh yeah, and Piper now admires me. Honestly, girl. Dreadful idea. I mean, that is the worst possible takeaway from anything you could do. I mean, oh my goodness. Anyway, let's go to Valentine's. We've still got a lot to do. I tell him about Kellogg. I take all the praise for killing him. Piper doesn't seem to mind that, even though she did all the killing. She doesn't act like she was actually there. But yeah, apparently the fact that Cornflakes is dead is a shock to her. Fuck me, this game's writing is atrocious. Anyway, now we've got to make it to Good Neighbor, which means a couple more of these slow slogging matches between Piper and the enemies. I mean, seriously, it can take her several minutes to do what it would otherwise take me a couple of seconds to do. Luckily enough, the usual super mutants that hang around the walk to Good Neighbor aren't to be found, so we can just go straight on in. Obviously today there's nothing we can do about Finn, but Mayor Hancock is all too happy to lend a helping hand. Or knife. Oh yeah, he's one of our potential companions. All we've got to do is complete the Big Dig quest, which should be interesting in our current position. Anyway, we all know the following song and dance, don't we? Visit the memory den, invade Kellogg's memories, get the next bit of information we need, and with that all sorted, we're now primed to recruit our next companion. Something that I literally didn't know for years, because I don't spend a whole lot of time in Good Neighbor, is that if you head to the bar that's incredibly easy to miss because it's tucked away under the mayor's house, and slide over here to this equally easy to miss VIP section, we can find mercenary Robert McCready. And once he's done having a dick measuring contest with these two gunners, he can be recruited. Granted, we have to actually pay for his services, but you know what, it's fine. That's another companion under the belt. Now that we've got McCready, let's go ahead and do the Big Dig quest. I get the impression this is also probably going to be rough as hell, but given the fact that we still have to recruit Mayor Hancock, besides it's only really this first combat encounter that's going to be a problem. Once McCready finally gets his act together and kills these Mirelurks, like so, there we are, we get to go to Diamond City and recruit an extra person to join the dig. This is Mel. Mel is not amazingly useful, but he does have one thing over Robert McCready. If he goes down in combat, he gets up again after about 10 seconds. Same goes for Bobby No-Nose down here, the one who hired us to do the dig. If you don't know this quest, basically what we're doing is breaking into someone's storage facility to steal some stuff. Supposedly we're breaking into a Diamond City storeroom, but I have a feeling that Bobby is not exactly on the level. The majority of this quest is, fellas, do you want to move out the way? Please? Move out the way. Move out the fucking way! But yeah, most of this quest is just surviving room after room of Mirelurk assault. Given that there are 3 attackers in this party, it's not impossible, it's just really slow. And that's even considering the fact that if 2 of these party members go down, they get back up on their own without the need of a stim pack. The rest of the quest is just using Mel's robot Sonya to break through these weak walls. That was a sonic blast that had to have destroyed Mel's eardrums. But yeah, most of this quest is an absolute slog. And the worst part is, it's really easy to get lost down here. I ended up walking in circles for ages trying to find the way forward. I just find it annoyingly easy to miss the primary route. Not to mention we had a constant army of feral ghouls slowing us down. The eagle-eyed viewers among you may have noticed I've started skipping over some of these fights. It's because this was taking too fucking long. I do want to show off as much as I can because that way you'll see I honoured the challenge. But I also don't want this video to be 6 hours long. You also may have wondered why I've put nails in my baseball bat. I was bored. And I had the materials. Okay, there was a secondary reason. Now if I give it to a companion to use in battle, it's going to be more effective. To be fair, I probably could have given it to McCready here, it might have done him some good. Oh, and if you look carefully, you can see that Mel is using a switchblade, rather than, you know, anything better. Actually, that could be a combat knife, it's kind of hard to see. Not that it really matters, I suppose. After all, again, if he goes down, he will just get right back up again. Eventually, though, I do find the way forward, and we can go and rob the Diamond City storeroom. Oh no, it's not the Diamond City storeroom. It's Mayor Hancock's storeroom. Dun dun dun, all that jazz. Now we've got a choice to make. Do we turn on Bobby, who has been lying to us this entire time, or do we try to kill Fahrenheit? I mean, obviously we're going to have to kill Bobby, because if we kill Fahrenheit, I'm pretty sure that Hancock won't want to talk with us. Go McCready, I choose you. As you can probably expect, we're in for another complete slog of a fight. On the plus side though, Bobby doesn't seem to want to heal herself. Plus she hasn't exactly got accuracy on her side, so it's not just a repeat of the cornflakes battle. It's just, you know, really boring. Aside from the stress the companion AI can bring, the main problem with this run is the fact that it's just not all that fun to do. There really aren't a whole lot of tactics I can employ, I've only got one companion to work with, and because most of them take forever to hit Dick, it drags out every single combat encounter, although I will give McCready credit, that was actually kind of a badass way to end things. So the quest is done, Fahrenheit's happy, and we can now go and recruit Mayor Hancock. Oh, we got a level up, nice. I think I'll throw the point onto rank 2 of Animal Friend, that sounds like it could be a fun thing to do. Anyway, now we can go and recruit Mr. Hancock. Granted, I'm not actually going to use him once I recruit him, his main weapon is a combat knife, but either way, that's another friend to add to the pile. So let's just head back to Sanctuary so I can add him to my people collection before we head out to get our next companion. It's time for us to go and recruit Paladin Danse. Of course, this means I do have to officially join the Brotherhood of Steel, but we don't have to end the game with them if we don't want to. In fact, I don't think we can end the game with them. You see, dear viewer, the very first official mission the Brotherhood of Steel give you is to take over Fort Strong. The problem is, to actually do that, what we have to do is kill a behemoth with a minigun, which of course would invalidate the run. Fortunately enough though, we don't have to do any of that to unlock Danse as a companion. All we really have to do is agree to go and meet the crew, and then we can basically just walk off the Pridwin with Danse as our buddy. So let's just go and pick him up. Hey Danse, do you want to join me as I go and meet the crew? Don't worry, I'm not going to backstab any of you later. There we go, we're officially in command of Paladin Danse, even though we really shouldn't be because, you know, he's a paladin. I'm a knight. Either way, let's throw that one up on the board. And you know what, just because I can, I'm going to wear my suit of power armor for the rest of the game. I don't know what to tell you, I just really like seeing my lady in a big suit of armor. It's just one of those things that makes my brain do the happy chemicals. So let me just finish up meeting the rest of the crew aboard the Pridwin, not because I, care about any of these people. It's simply because this quest is very easy to complete, and as you can see I was very close to a level up. I'm going to start throwing a few points onto strength, because the armourer skill happens to be tied to it, and if I want to upgrade my power armor at any point, I'm going to need that. Now, let's talk strategy. There are still 4 companions left in the game that I haven't recruited, and I figure now that we've got Paladin Danse by our side, one of them is going to be a lot easier to get. Oh yes, we're going to take another whack at Trinity Tower. Oh wow, it seems like all the super mutants have stayed dead. You know what, I ain't complaining. That means getting all the way back up to the top to try again where we failed is going to be easy. Something else interesting is that Fist is still injured from our last fight, so all I've really got to do is lure these 2 super mutants into Paladin Dance's line of sight. I mean, wow, look how quickly he put that one down. So I suppose we've only really got Fist to worry about now, which isn't a big concern. Because Paladin Dance's power armor can't be broken in its current state, he's always going to be working with a massive amount of defense, and with only a few more shots from his laser rifle, he puts down Fist for good. And now I'm going to send him on his way because I'm about to recruit a super mutant as a companion, and I have to imagine he won't be on board with this. Although, knowing Fallout 4, I could be wrong. So, Strong, let's talk about him. He's a melee-focused companion, which is fine, but he's incredibly slow, and because he has to physically reach his enemies to be able to do any damage to them, I'm betting the AI pathfinding is going to be an even bigger problem with this guy. I mean, granted, I'm not actually recruiting him to use him, I'm doing so to fulfill an arbitrary objective I set at the beginning of this video, but still, it would have been nicer if he was more useful than a baked potato. Oh look, he found a pipe gun. Anyway, we get him out of the tower. Oh, he was also with a human called Rex, but he's not important, we don't need to worry about him. And now that we've reached the lobby, Strong is officially available to be our companion. I don't know, maybe he'll be useful in the Glowing Sea, after all he is a super mutant, but then again no NPC really feels the effect of radiation. Either way, we can add him to the board. So, Strong, do you feel like having a bit of a test run? I mean, I put all that effort into recruiting him, I should at least try him out properly, you know? Oh perfect, here's some bugs. Strong, what can you do? Stand at a distance and do nothing, apparently. Oh, he's still using that pipe rifle he found. Oh, there we go, he's swapping to melee. Now, fuck up the flies. So, Strong. Let's talk about him. A single melee attack from this super mutant wasn't enough to kill this bloatfly, and I've got to be honest, that does not bode well. I'm already starting to think that once we actually reach the Glowing Sea and discover a location there, I might just head back to Sanctuary Hills and take Danse instead. I did find some ferals for Strong to test his might against, but it really wasn't that impressive. He is upsettingly slow, and because he's getting into melee with these guys, they're going to be constantly hitting him up close, which staggers him. So the actual number of attacks he can do is extremely limited. I should also add one other little detail to this. He doesn't seem to like following me very much. You see, I walked all the way up to this raider camp thinking that maybe, just maybe, he'd be pretty useful against them in combat since most of them probably have guns, only to realise the moron hadn't actually followed me. And even after I did manage to coerce him over here, he didn't really do anything. After a few minutes of running around and trying to get him to do his fucking job, I finally realised it was the various blockades in the way of the entrance to this building that were actually fucking up his pathfinding. Oh hey look, he did get one. But yeah, I decided that we're just gonna walk away. I mean, the Glowing Sea is only a few meters away, and once I find a waypoint in here, I can travel away and get someone useful. Oh, we're coming up on one now. There we go. So, Strong, no offense, but I don't think this is working out. Hey Danse baby, how would you like to go to the most radioactive place in the entire Commonwealth to help me find someone? Don't worry yourself, I'm sure it's going to be a lovely stroll through the radioactive park and oh cool, a Deathclaw. Oh, I can't pacify that, that's above my level. So, Danse, this is all you, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed with Dance's performance in this fight. He doesn't go down a single time. In fact, while he's not dealing with the Deathclaw anywhere near as quickly as Piper did, he's still melting its health bar like it's nothing at all. Like, seriously, why did I even think to bring anybody else? It should always be Danse. From this point onwards, it should always be Danse. Well, I say that, I'm gonna have to fuck that up eventually, but we'll get there. Ah, Danse, help! Stinky thingies! And there we go. Thank you, Danse, honey. Wow, we're on a fucking roll now. I feel so good about things, I'm gonna make us fight the Deathclaw right outside of Virgil's cave. Yeah, we might need to get a little closer. Oh, maybe not. No, didn't kill it. Huh, and now it seems to have run away. Yeah, no, it's gone. Well, let's go and have a chat with Virgil. I thought by bringing Danse there might be some, like, unique dialogue interactions between the two. He's both an Institute scientist and a super mutant, and Danse hates both of those things, but, No, Danse has nothing to say. Either way, we've got our next objective, time to kill a Corsair. Oh, hey, cool, the Deathclaw came back. Go, Danse, I choose you! He's just standing there, menacingly. Ah, crap, he didn't like my Patrick Star impression. Honestly, I can't blame him. Patrick Star as a character went downhill after season 3. Anyway, let me just quickly head back to Sanctuary and repair my armour, and maybe give it a paint job. We're going to make it winterized. And simply because it now reminds me of the winterized power armor you got in Fallout 3 that could never break. Now, let me just hop back in and, Strong didn't like that? Sounds like a him problem. It's time to go and do battle with one of the Institute's most powerful creations. And more to the point, it's time to see exactly how well Paladin Danse will do against an entire army of gunners. Believe it or not, I don't imagine this is going to be all that difficult. Maybe if these poor saps wore some armour, it'd be an actual threat. But yeah, no, it wasn't particularly hard to get past these early floors. For some strange reason, bringing along the companion that has an unbreakable suit of power armor that they wear by default is actually quite a good choice. And since I'm also decked out in T60, there's not a whole lot these guys can do. Yeah, this really didn't take that long. I didn't even have any major pathfinding problems for the guy. Well, at least not until I got to the very top of this area. You see, we got up to this room here, which Danse cleared in record time, but when we were trying to clear the next room, things got a little bit, tricky. After a while, I noticed Danse was no longer shooting, so I figured, oh no, he's finally been taken down, right? But then I realised I couldn't find him anywhere. Then I saw that big hole in the floor. Yep, the fuckwit fell through the floor. So I'm just gonna head to this elevator and hope that by using it, I'll get him to spawn on the floors I'm going to. Because as always, it turns out fighting the gunners here is entirely optional. Which, luckily, he did. So now we can take on the Corsair. I'm not gonna lie, I was fully expecting this fight to be a lot more difficult than it actually ended up being. Danse marched in and just kind of wailed on the guy. He does use a stealth boy a few times, but again, because stealth boys only really work against players, anytime he would turn one on, he was basically letting Danse get a bunch of free hits. In just under a minute, it was all over. The Corsair was reduced to ash, I found its chip, and we can get the hell out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna take the rooftop access again. Not to fast travel directly away, but because I really want to do this. This sparks joy. And now because I'm getting tired of not actually having anything to do in battle, I'm going to go to Diamond City and pick up a new weapon. If you didn't know, there is a gun in the base game that does no physical damage. That's right, my friends, enemies, and all other entities, we're going with the Syringer. Obviously, we're going to have to avoid the syringes that deal damage, but at least now we can actually feel like we're doing something in battle. Let me just throw some mods onto the gun to make it look a little bit cooler. And just like that, I'm finally ready to do slightly more than nothing. Now, we've still got a couple of companions we can recruit, and since Danse won't exactly approve of some of them, we might as well send him on his way for now. I'm sure he won't mind Curie, but it's Deacon I'm worried about, given that Deacon is both part of the Railroad and a synth, so we're gonna need to go with someone a bit less prejudiced. Come on, Piper, we've got stuff to do. First things first, let's go and discover the Railroad so we can get the Corsair chip decoded. Yeah, I definitely didn't follow the Freedom Trail. I took a much easier and safer route. I don't really want to waste any syringes on the ghouls, so let's see what we can do. Even if we can't pacify them, we've got Piper to shoot them, so clearing our way through the catacombs is quite easy. Get them, Piper, you can do it. You know, eventually. There we are. Now we just solve ourselves a puzzle, and ta-da, we found the Railroad. Hey guys, I've got a Corsair chip. You can have it if you let me in to lick all your stuff. I mean, to decode it. That's what I meant. Type. There we go, we've got the information we need. Since we want to recruit Deacon, we're gonna have to do the Tradecraft quest. And because by this point in the run my brain was essentially mush, I decided not to do it with Piper, even though that probably would have been, like, the best idea. Instead, we're gonna go to the vault where Curie can be found and recruit her instead, because apparently that's a good idea. Hey Piper, you might want to watch out for that bomber. Or not, it's your life, you do what you want. Fuck this, I'm running. The vault where Curie can be found is just up here, and I've already got the fusion cores I need to be able to bribe my way inside. So now I've just got to remember, how the hell do I recruit Curie? I haven't so much as looked at her for years, I genuinely can't remember. Oh yeah, this cat running away, I'm pretty sure that plays a role in it. Oh right, this kid, he's important for that for some reason that I can't fully remember. Mole rats, it has something to do with mole. Yes, he gets bitten by a mole rat with a disease, and we have to go into part of the vault that's kind of locked off and find a cure. I'm pretty sure that means I have to let him show me around, and he moves at a fucking snail's pace. The tour is basically done, and I don't seem to have triggered anything. Oh, that's right, we can go to the classroom here and tell the students about our adventures topside. So I did that, and all I got as a reward was a Grognak the Barbarian comic book. Very helpful, thank you. Oh, wait a second, that cat, it belonged to this girl? Yeah, this girl. I think once we agree to help her and then actually go and find him, which is really easy, he's literally just on the other side of the pond outside the vault. Oi, go home, you little shit. Now that should be enough, I hope. Oh, there's some drama at the clinic. Yep, the kid's been bitten. Hooray! Wait, that's bad. The poor kid's been bitten by a mole rat and is basically dying from a terminal sickness of unknown origin. How did this happen? Well, basically, he found his way into the other side of the vault. A part that's both been locked up for years and at one point was breeding mole rats. And something rather annoying about this entire section is we have to avoid getting bitten by any mole rats or we're going to be working with a terminal sickness ourselves. We also should probably avoid getting shot by turrets, that's also bad for your health. Also, getting slapped by a Patron is probably not good. And I kind of have to assume that my syringes aren't going to hurt a robot because it's a robot. I really wish I'd started taking the robotics expert perk. I could shut this fucking down. Oh well, maybe in another life. My ears are burning. I hear the recognizable sounds of mole rats happening, so I'm just gonna hide up on this crate while Piper does all the work. You cool with that, Piper? I can't see what she's doing, but I can hear her killing them, so I've got to believe she was on board with the plan. And I've just noticed that I've apparently already been hit. How? How did that happen? I reviewed the footage and saw that once I jumped up onto this crate, I immediately got the status effect. Like, what the fuck, Fallout 4? Fuck it, I'm not reloading this area. I'll just work with the debuff, it's fine. I think the given lore reason that it's not fatal to me, but it is to the kid, is because he has a weaker immune system because he's younger. Anyway, after a while of scurrying around, we found Curie. Of course, she's not in her synth form, she's still a robot, and I'm probably not going to progress her quest to get her to synth form. I can't be bothered. Still, if memory serves, she is an upgrade over Codsworth because she has a laser gun rather than a flamethrower. Let me just quickly go and give the doctor the syrup to save the kid. There you go. No need to thank me, I was in the area looking for a robot. And now we can officially add Curie to our roster. Welcome aboard, Curie. With her recruited, we've only got 2 more companions left to get, which we are going to have to do in part 2 of this video. I am sorry that I have to split it up into 2 parts, but it's already long enough as it is, and I'm only like halfway through my footage. There's still so much left to go through. But yes, we are going to have to cap the run here for now. Thank you for watching so far, I really do appreciate it. If everything goes as planned, the next part of this run should release around the same time as my monthly review will, so keep an eye out for that, but I won't make any promises because, there's still so much to do. And I still have to actually finish playing the run. I haven't fully finished it on the PlayStation yet, so, like, yeah, it's been a trial. Anyway, that's all for now, my friends, enemies, and various entities. I love you all, thank you for being here, it really does mean the world to me. Don't forget to do the whole like and comment shit if you enjoyed this video. I love you all, take care, and we'll see you next time.